voted for at a national level. And for all South Africans, the DA now becomes the second biggest party inside a multi-party national government. Contribution to this government, the same model of inclusive and will come in the broadly proportional representation in the executive of service and legislative positions will also apply in the provinces of Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. It is difficult to overstate just how significant this moment is for the Democratic Alliance. After polling just 1.7% in the 1994 election, the DA's predecessor became the official opposition for the first time in 1999. And that same year, the party first entered provincial government as the junior partner in a coalition in the Western Cape. In 2006, the DA became a party of metropolitan government for the first time through a 7-party coalition in the city of Cape Town. In 2009, the DA first won the Western Cape outright, and in 2021, we won new municipalities across the country for the first time, while entering coalition governments in more metros. And now, on the 14th of June 2024, the DA is not only set to be a part of government in the 3 biggest provinces of the Western Cape, Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. Today, the DA becomes a party of national government. What was once unthinkable when the DA's predecessor secured only 1.7% of the vote in 1994 has now become a reality. From today, the DA will co-govern the Republic of South Africa in a spirit of unity and collaboration. The DA takes this historic step forward out of our deep and abiding love for the people of this country. We do so both for the millions of people who voted for us and for all South Africans who yearn for a better government and a brighter future. The DA's signature contribution to this government of national unity will come in the form of our unique track record of service delivery, job creation, and our commitment to clean and accountable governance. For the very first time, the DA will now be able to bring the same expertise that we honed in places like Cape Town, Midvaal, Umgeni, Kocha, and the Western Cape to serve all the people of South Africa. This is our mission core in the government of national unity. To serve, core in the government of national unity. To serve, to uplift, and to deliver dignity to all the people of our country. Less than 2 weeks ago, when the final election results were announced, I said to you that the DA would answer the clarion call that the people had sounded. I said that we would not bury our heads in the sand at a time when South Africa not only faced the challenges of unemployment, crime, and poverty, but also on our constitutional democracy. The DA quickly understood that we could not simply sit back and allow a vacuum to form, which would inevitably have been filled by forces that seek to subvert the vision of our Constitution, of a country that belongs to all who live in it, united in our diversity. We also understood that multi-party governments are now the new normal under our proportional electoral system, and that the DA had to quickly adapt to this radically different environment. Now that these initial negotiations have culminated in a signed agreement, the DA regards it now as our patriotic duty to meet the demands of history in South Africa's hour of need. Through their votes, the people have made it clear that they do not want any one party to dominate our society. The people have also told us that the time for finger-pointing is over, and that the time for a new politics of collaboration and problem-solving has arrived. Make no mistake about it, this is not the end of the process, and the road ahead will not be an easy one. The 2-week deadline imposed by the Constitution for the formation of a government is simply not sufficient in this new multi-party context. Even in countries with a long tradition of multi-party government, it usually takes much longer to negotiate a comprehensive agreement. We have thus decided to tackle the negotiations in phases. Phase 1 is now complete and has culminated in the adoption of the Statement of Intent, which enables the Government of National Unity to elect presiding officers in Parliament as well as a President. This is essential for stability. The Government of National Unity's presidential candidate will come from the largest party inside the grouping, being President Cyril Ramaphosa. Following his election today, President Ramaphosa will then exercise his prerogative to appoint his new cabinet from among the members of the Government of National Unity in consultation with the leaders of the constituent parties. The next phase of the process will then commence in the form of a Lekgotla strategy session to develop a detailed policy agenda, including policy priorities for the Government of National Unity. Even as this marks a hopeful and historic moment for our country, it is important that we are honest with each other about the scale of the challenges that lie ahead. South Africa has the highest unemployment rate in the world. It has one of the highest crime rates in the world. Logistics and infrastructure is in an advanced state of decline, and corruption is endemic. None of us should expect these problems to be solved overnight. It will take years of sustained hard work, perseverance, maturity, and cooperation across all sectors of society to get our country back on track. But the DA will be there with you, the people of South Africa, for every step along the way of this new journey. We are committed to contributing in any and all ways that we can to rescue South Africa from the path of decline and to ensure that this new chapter is the best one yet for our nation. Even as we acknowledge that the road ahead will be difficult, we also know that today South Africa is a better country than it was yesterday. For the first time since 1994, we have embarked on a peaceful and democratic transfer of power to a new government that will be different from the previous one. Our democracy is maturing, and while it faces serious threats, the formation of the Government of National Unity puts us on a path to full democratic consolidation. More importantly, the DA's participation in this multi-party government is a reason for optimism. As ordinary citizens, workers, business people, and international investors look forward to us contributing our skills in the quest to build South Africa. All throughout the election campaign, I told the nation that help is on the way from the DA. That is a pledge I intend to keep, as demonstrated by our commitment to the Government of National Unity. My fellow citizens, many people here and around the world believe that South Africa's best days are behind it. They are deeply disillusioned by how a country that was once the darling of the world descended into corruption, mismanagement, and economic decline. To those people I say, never ever bet against the people of South Africa. With the DA at the heart of a new multi-party government, South Africa is now ready to write a hopeful new chapter that defies the odds once again. We are a nation of honest, hardworking, and peace-loving people who care for our families, our communities, and our neighbors. We are home to people who conquer hardship and suffering every day just to put food on the table. And we are a country that celebrates in beating the odds and achieving unlikely triumphs. From the spring of our great diversity flows a river of humanity that can quench the thirst we all share for freedom, for prosperity, and for a country we can all be proud of. My fellow citizens, we have done it before, and I know that together we can now do it again. God bless you, and God bless South Africa. Thank you.
All right, we are going to go for a quick break.